Guys, and welcome to Crypto Chats. It's a Monday and let's have a look at the market. So we can see today that Bitcoin and the rest of the market is generally on the up, which is pretty good considering it's been on the down low for the entire week. So let's have a look down. Bitcoin is up almost 8% on the day. Let's go across here. So it started on come on, get out of the way. Right, $9.5 thousand, and we're up to the point of today with about 10.4. So almost a 1,000 point jump in a day, which is pretty amazing. Like I've said, in the last week we've seen it go up and then we've seen it go back down again. So good to see it back on the up today. Anyway, what else is doing well? So we've seen Ethereum, Ripple, and mainly all the main ones: Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, Neo, all on the up. Besides Cardano, which is like 0.05% down, but that doesn't really matter. Generally a pretty good day in the cryptocurrency market. Monero Dash is also up, but we do this every day, so let's have a look at the change in the 24 hours. So top performers: CryptoNext, Nano, Gas, and Neo. CryptoNext I don't know a lot about. Nano has been doing well for quite a while now, quite interesting to see. And it's interesting to see Gas and Neo up, especially Neo, because there was a Financial Times article recently, which was basically saying that Neo could be like the undiscovered cryptocurrency of 2018, and maybe this is just like something that people haven't cottoned onto yet. But it's up 15% in a day. Not as much as 50% in CryptoNext, but that's like a ridiculous amount, even in the crypto market. Anyway, if we go further down, we've got Vertcoin, Electroneum, Bytecoin, Smart Cash. Yeah, all shitcoins, no one knows who they are. Change opposite way: Z Classic, Dent, VeChain, Bitcore. I have no idea what any of these coins are. We've talked about Redcoin before. Still have no idea really. And Tether is down again. It's quite interesting. And that Tether, I think, has been down for the last week. And Tether is like a cryptocurrency that people really aren't sure. There was some argument last year that it could be hyper evaluating the price of Bitcoin, because Tether is linked to the US dollar. So it's an interesting one to watch out for. I'm not particularly convinced yet, so that's why I haven't put any money into that cryptocurrency as of yet. Anyway, let's look at the news over at CoinDesk. And guys, the day before yesterday, we talked about how Bank of America was concerned that cryptocurrencies posed a real threat to their business. And today, Goldman Sachs have said exactly the same thing. So basically, in a report that they cited to investors, like people who do business with the company clients, they basically said blockchain and cryptocurrencies pose a significant risk to Goldman Sachs' reputation, as well as its place in the financial markets. This is really interesting to see, as 2 days ago we talked about Bank of America saying the same thing, and it's interesting to see, is this just going to be US banks that do these announcements? So are we going to see Bank of America, Goldman, Morgan Stanley, or are we going to go abroad? So are we going to see HSB doing warnings? Are we going to see Barclays doing warnings? Are we going to see Santander doing warnings, or like the Bank of China? So it's really interesting to see how banks are already identifying it as a threat so early in the year. I mean, it's only February. So we'll see what happens on that. So what did the company say? We may become exposed to risks related to distributed ledger technology through our facilitation of clients' activities involving financial products linked to distributed ledger technology, such as blockchain or cryptocurrencies. So shows the risk that Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies fundamentally pose to this market. And yeah, it's really good because it shows that cryptocurrencies aren't just these isolated things that random millennials and investors actually take a punt on. They actually have real life investment opportunity, and that's shown by the fact that banks are issuing warnings against the technology and that they see it as a potential disaster to their business, which is all in keeping with Satoshi's vision about disrupting the current economic system. Anyway, more exciting news today in that the core development team behind Bitcoin have done a new update to the system, which will make it more they've upgraded it basically so that full Segwit support should become more common across the entire Bitcoin network. If you don't know about Segwit, we talked about it recently. So basically, Segwit improves the speed and memory of the blockchain of the Bitcoin network. So in the article, we can see where is it. Uh, Anyway, basically, the Bitcoin blockchain network is limited to a maximum block size of 1 megabyte, and this restricts the volume and speed of transactions. So last year, when the Bitcoin market was really busy because everyone was buying, the price was going up and up. So were fees, and that's because miners were only able to mine a certain amount of transactions a minute due to the network being really slow. And if you paid a low transaction fee, it could take days for your money to get sent across, or like you might not even get it at all. Like it might even take 2 weeks and then just go back to your original wallet if no one actually had bothered to mine it. So Bitcoin like Segwit support is so important because not only does it mean that people will actually be able to like send Bitcoin from one to another in like a reasonably fast fashion. So like I think most people will accept like a few minutes or maybe a few seconds. That's what we want. We don't want 5 hours or like a week or like 3 days. We want it like a traditional medium of exchange now. So we want it as fast as Visa. We want it as fast as PayPal. We want it as fast as stuff like that. And if Bitcoin can really implement Segwit support across the entire network, this would be an absolute game changer for the technology, and might even mean that people generally start to use this as a currency, as an actual currency, in line with like the dollar or the yen or the euro. Um, However, of course, that's dependent on the price stabilizing, which of course no one knows what that's going to be. Is it going to be 5k? Is it going to be 1k? Is it going to be 100k? No one really knows yet, and I don't think we're going to find that out for at least a few years coming. Perhaps not even in a decade. Like no one knows the price, and that's really the big one with Bitcoin. No one knows where it's going to end, and that's why it's so exciting to be a part of. Anyway, back to the article. So basically, once it's supported, it's going to help speed up transactions, and we talked about this recently because Coinbase aim to implement Segwit support across their network within the next week. Was it the end of this week or the end of last week? Either way, so Coinbase are getting prepared for this so that they can speed up their own network, which means that whenever there's a pump on Bitcoin on Coinbase and you're trying to buy, hopefully you have to wait 8 hours to get basically to pay for something which is now dramatically under the price that you originally paid for it. So let's say you bought 10,000 £10,000 worth of Bitcoin, but then the price like the price fell like 4 grand in that hour that you purchased it. In the old-fashioned Coinbase days, you would have lost that 4k, but now you can actually get it at the price that you want now. So that should really help people feel that they can actually trust Bitcoin and blockchain technology. And Coinbase, who has had like so much shit in the last year because they've been unable to scale properly due to the mass demand of cryptocurrencies. Anyway, we can see here. So other exchanges are also implementing Segwit support. So we've got GDAX and Bitfinex, even though they're kind of related to Coinbase, but it's complicated. But honestly, really good to see and a really good development in the crypto space. And yeah, it's exciting. How will it impact the market? And will it create a new moon in March, in April? Who knows? Anyway, guys, let's go back to the main page. Let me know what you think about today's video. What do you think is going to pump this week? Have you got any predictions? What's going to go up? What's going to go down? Or just anything about the market? Do you have any ideas about Litecoin Cash or about any new cryptos that are going to float? If so, leave a comment down below. And if you like this video, you can subscribe in the top right-hand corner. And guys, it has been a pleasure to talk to you, and I will see you tomorrow.